The basement door exploded inward at 5:32 a.m., the crack of splintered wood ripping Ethan Carver from sleep. Barefoot, in threadbare boxers, he stumbled down the stairs of his Crestwood Estates home, heart hammering. The air reeked of sawdust and aggression. 6 men in mismatched tactical gear stormed through the wreckage, their boots thudding like a SWAT team hitting a drug den. Flashlights slashed the dark, glinting off stun batons and vests stenciled with Crestwood HOA enforcement. The leader, a stocky thug with a buzz cut and a sneer, jabbed a finger at Ethan. "Carver, your snake pit's done." Ethan's pulse roared. Below, his reptiles hundreds, coiled in climate-controlled enclosures, hissed in primal alarm. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was war. Ethan, a 39-year-old herpetologist with a PhD, in a basement sanctuary, squared his shoulders. These wannabe vigilantes wouldn't touch a single scale. Crestwood Estates was a suburban trap. Manicured lawns, identical mailboxes, and an HOA that treated grass height like national security. Ethan moved here 3 years ago, CRAVYing quiet after city life. His modest colonial hid a secret, a licensed reptile facility in the basement. No hobbyist, Ethan bred rare pythons and VY purrs for conservation, his work funding anti-venom labs and biology scholarships. Every snake was microchipped, every tank monitored, every permit filed. Crestwood's low crime and predictable rhythms seemed perfect. He should have known better. Suburbs bred control freaks, not peace. Trouble started months earlier with a citation for unapproved exterior modifications. Ethan's yard was bare, mowed weekly. Then came complaints about reptilian odors. His basement was sealed, HEPA-filtered, smelling of antiseptic. At the HOA meeting, chaired by Evelyn Proctor, a 65-year-old retiree with a perm and a dictator's smile, Ethan challenged the claims. Community standards, mister. He left feeling like he'd stepped into a hidden snare. The real blow landed a week before the raid. An email from the State Wildlife Board flagged his breeder's license for REVYEW, citing anonymous safety concerns. Ethan's permits were ironclad, but the agent warned, neighbors can make life hell. Sort out. That night, a note appeared on his mailbox. Snakes don't live here. Leave. The scrawl matched HOA citations. Ethan installed motion-activated cameras, syncing them to a cloud server. If Crestwood wanted a fight, he'd be armed. In the shattered doorway, Ethan blocked the stairwell. His largest snake, a 16-foot Burmese python named Nyx, coiled tightly below, her scales catching the emergency floodlights triggered by the breach. No warrant, no badges, no right, Ethan said, voice steady despite the adrenaline. Buzzcut stepped closer, stunned baton humming. HOA Covenant, Article 10, bans dangerous animals. Complaints give us authority. Move. Ethan scoffed. There's no Article 10. I've read the bylaws. You're criminals. Phone in hand, he dialed 911, reporting armed trespassers impersonating HOA officials. The wiry man beside Buzzcut shoved him. We'll be back, Snake Boy. They retreated, Leah VYing Ethan amid splinters and flickering lights. Deputy Maria Ortiz arrived 40 minutes later, surveying the wreckage. HOAs don't have tactical squads, she said, scribbling notes. These are vigilantes. File a report, but without IDs, it's tricky. Ethan nodded, jaw tight. This was personal. He went to the next HOA meeting, armed with camera stills and permits, demanding answers. Evelyn Proctor sat like a queen, eyes glinting. The HOA has no enforcement unit, Mr. Carver. If Indy VY duels acted, that's not our responsibility. Ethan slapped his EVY Denke down. They wore your logo, Evelyn. You're shielding thugs. The room went quiet, retirees squirming. Evelyn's smile sharpened. Community safety isn't your call. Ethan leaned in. I'll prove you're behind this. He stormed out, every eye on him. That night, Ethan turned sleuth. Crestwood's Facebook page revealed Buzzcut, Dara Proctor, Evelyn's nephew, a former security guard fired for excessive force. Photos showed him posing with an 150 sporting Crestwood tactical decals, wearing the raid vest. HOA minutes mentioned security initiatives tied to Evelyn's budget. She'd weaponized Derek to target Ethan. He printed everything, his dossier thickening. He also upgraded security, reinforced locks, a chest-mounted GoPro, and a live stream to his lawyer's server. Let them try again. They did. 1 week later, at 6 a.m., Ethan's cameras caught 6 men spilling from SUVs, gear polished, Derek at the helm. Ethan met them at the door, GoPro blinking. "You're live, Derek." "Trespassing. Impersonation, walk away." Derek's face twisted. "Your zoo's a hazard. We're shutting it down." He shoved past, his crew taping off the Leave VYing room like a crime scene. Ethan followed, narrating, "See Hope Crestwood HOA, illegal entry, 6:02 a.m., April 15th, 2025. The basement became chaos. Nix's hiss rattled the air as intruders tripped sensors, unleashing strobes and a looped warning. "You are trespassing. This facility is licensed and monitored." Derek swung at a power strip. The battery-backed system ignored him. A panicky thug kicked over a terrarium, spilling harmless garter snakes. "They're attacking," he shrieked, slipping on the polished floor and crashing into a shelf. One fled, another froze. Ethan stood at the stairs. Felony vandalism, animal cruelty all streamed. "Smile." Siren screamed. Ethan's lawyer, monitoring the feed, had called 911. 3 squad cars screeched in, officers cuffing Derek as he tried to run. 2 men surrendered, 1 sobbed. The basement was a mess, broken tanks, scattered snakes, but permits were posted, enclosures labeled. Ethan's GoPro captured every second, time-stamped and geotagged. As Derek was shoved into a cruiser, he snarled, "You're finished, Carver." Ethan grinned. "No, Derek, you are." The fallout was swift and brutal. Within 24 hours, Ethan's footage hit local news, then went viral. Headlines roared. Fake HOA raiders busted in snake sanctuary sting. Herpetologist live stream nails vigilantes. HOA chief's nephew charged in reptile raid. Derek faced trespass, impersonation, and property destruction charges. 2 crew members took pleas. 1 snitched. Evelyn's denials collapsed when a board member leaked emails showing she directed Derek to handle Carver discreetly. 1 read, "His snakes make Crestwood a zoo. End it." A special vote ousted Evelyn. She sold her house and vanished. Ethan became a folk hero. Neighbors, once silent, brought pies and apologies, sharing their own HOA nightmares, fines for unapproved planters, threats over holiday lights. Ethan's lawsuit against the HOA settled, the payout rebuilding his sanctuary with bulletproof enclosures and biometric locks. Nix, her coiled grace in the raid footage, went viral, spawning an Instagram with 150,000 followers. Pet brands offered deals. Ethan funneled the cash into conservation. The final win came at the HOA's annual meeting. A new president, a timid librarian named Susan, proposed banning exotic animals. Ethan arrived with Nix around his shoulders, her eyes scanning the crowd. Article 6 requires a supermajority for retroactive rules, he said, handing over a petition. 38 of 60 homeowners say no. It's over. Susan gaped as Ethan left, Nix's tongue flicking for the cameras. The headline, "Snake Lord crushes HOA in reptilian rout." Ethan never sought fame, just freedom. Now, when asked what he does, he smirks. "I breed snakes and break tyrants." Nix, curled under her heat lamp, hisses softly, daring anyone to try again. No one does. If you were the one in this story, how would you react? Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this VY with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next VY.